Ryan here from Quantum Wellness. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the devices and the services that we have here to offer you. So the device that I want to start off with is called the Pinoe. The Pinoe is a base metabolic rate testing, and I can also do a non-diagnostic VO2 max testing with this. I typically utilize this for our training clients, especially those that have certain goals that they want to accomplish, like losing body fat, or they're on a GLP-1 and we want to make sure that they are maintaining their muscle mass as we're on this cut. But on the recovery side of things, I like to utilize this so that I can see your 23 different biomarkers, look exactly at how your cells are utilizing fuel. I also like to look at your biological age, and after about 3 months of doing the therapies, I can then reevaluate and see that we are reverse aging you. So because my tagline for the business on the recovery side is adding years to your life and life to your years, because who wants to live forever if you can't do what you want to do? And this is a way to validate what we are doing here in the clinic. The next device that I like to utilize is PEMF. PEMF stands for Pulse Electromagnetic Frequency. What that is doing is it's sending frequencies into the body, working at a cellular level. It works at the calcium ion channel area, but essentially what it's doing is it's going to help to reduce your pain, help to increase blood flow, speed healing, and it basically charges your cells. It's like cellular exercise, and it helps you to function optimally. The next device is another energy-based healing device that I like to utilize called the Biocharger. It also has PEMF, but it's a lower feeling PEMF. It also has high voltage, and that high voltage will then increase and stimulate the noble gases inside the tubes and excite them so they light up. Then you're getting that photobiomodulation, and then it does frequency and oscillation with the donut on top. And if I have the arc in, the arc will then create ozone. We don't always use the arc because it can get loud, and Tony Robbins likes to call it a campfire, because you basically sit in front of the biocharger and you're charging your cells. So when it comes to cellular voltage, the lowest form of cellular voltage is going to be cancer next to death. When you have an injury or when you're dealing with an issue, you want to basically be exposed to this energy to charge your cells like we charge our cell phones frequently. And like your cell phone, when we plug your cell phone into the wall, if it's at 5%, it will slowly bring it up to 100%. If it's already at 100%, you're going to stay at 100%. So we like to go slow and low with the Biocharger initially, and once you're pretty healthy, then you can sit in front of it quite frequently and you're not going to have any negative side effects to it. Yet the next device that I like to utilize is going to be the Balancer Pro, which is one of my favorite devices, and actually was the first device, big device that I purchased for my own recovery and my own training. So the Balancer Pro is a lymphatic drainage device. It's like getting massaged by 24 proficiently trained massage therapists at the exact same time. It's very important to support your lymphatic system, and it's kind of the forgotten system. So it's responsible for three main components: transporting your fat-soluble vitamins from your GI tract into your tissue. It controls the amount of fluid you have in your body, and it also regulates and modulates your immune system. So if you have been exposed to a pathogen, it's going to ramp up your immune system to fight off that pathogen. And if you're in an autoimmune condition where your body's attacking itself, it's going to say, hey, calm down, let's cool off. We don't need to be in that state. The way the heart and the lymphatic system work together, the heart pumps the blood down into the tissue. You have that metabolic exchange at a cellular level where it takes the garbage from the cell into the interstitial fluid. The cell absorbs the good nutrients into the cell, and then the veins are supposed to take approximately 70% of that fluid back into the veins and bring it back up through the heart to start the process all over. But that 30% that's left in a healthy body in that tissue is responsible for the lymphatic system to bring it back up from the tissue into the cardiovascular system so your liver and kidneys can finish the detoxification process. The next device that we use here is called salt therapy. It's a little pop-up tent. It's great for anybody that has asthma, COPD, you've got sinus issues going on, basically you have a lot of mucus. Or if you have any skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, anything like that, or if you are an athlete and you need increased oxygen, it's another great tool to utilize. And it's usually typically about a 10-minute session that's just sitting there, up to 20, but most people stay in it for about 10. The next device is going to be red light therapy. Red light therapy is also working at a cellular level, increasing energy at a cellular level. What that means for you is you're going to experience a very calming effect. You're going to feel a speeding of healing, a reduction in muscle soreness, improved skin tightness, skin tone. You'll see improvement in testosterone for men who get exposed to red light therapy. You'll also see improvement in hair. So there's lots of benefits of using red light therapy. The next device is going to be infrared sauna. It does have a little red light in there as well, but really the main benefits of that is infrared sauna. The infrared sauna heats your body from the inside out, and it's very beneficial for detoxification and immune support. You're also going to find an improvement in muscle soreness as well, and you'll have an increased range of motion. The other device in that particular room is going to be the shape scale. The shape scale we like to utilize to see, are we gaining muscle in the right areas, are we losing body fat, and this is a way for us to compare so that I don't actually have to take a tape measure and measure you. It's very comparable to DEXA scans, even for us bodybuilders who have more than your typical muscle mass. And it really gives you a good idea of your proper lean muscle tissue and body fat percentage. The next device is called the OxFit. The OxFit, we've got two devices, a commercial device and a home device. We use both for our personal training. There are lots of different lots of different things that you can utilize the home device for, such as you can convert it into a Pilates reformer. We can use it for cardio, like doing ski cross, kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding. So we like to use that a lot. And we usually go back and forth between the two devices. The one simulates up to 500 pounds, the other one simulates up to 250 pounds. With these two devices, we can basically replace your traditional gym. So we're able to do one-on-one personal training sessions here with you in a private setting, utilizing these devices. I also will combine the OxFit equipment with another device called the Newbie. The Newbie is a neuromuscular re-education system, so it basically works like your nervous system, and it forces your muscles to contract as we're training. So depending on which frequencies I'm working on, I'm either going to be increasing your strength, your hypertrophy, endurance, or I'm specifically working at your nervous system, because the nervous system can restrict range of motion due to a previous injury, and it will cause pain, but it's not really a limitation, but it's a protective defense mechanism that your body will do. So we help to train that nervous system that this is a healthy, safe range of motion, and it should not cause you pain. Another way I utilize this device is twofold. One is it helps to stimulate the vagus nerve. So if you're in a sympathetic state where you're always fight or flight, this will help to calm you and put you into a more parasympathetic state. And then the other way I like to use it is if you have neuropathy. So it's the only time where water and electricity go hand in hand, and it basically helps to re-stimulate the nerves in your feet or hands. The next device is called the Flex Force. The Flex Force is a magnetic muscle stimulation device where if we're putting it on your abs, we're doing about 50,000 sit-ups in a half-an-hour session, and all you do is lie there. It sends the electrical impulses using magnets and forces your muscle to contract. It also has radio frequency on the flat panels and on the curved panels. So it helps, that radio frequency will help to reduce your body fat as well. And then we have a pelvic floor stimulator with this particular device. So when you sit there for the 30 minutes, you're essentially doing approximately 50,000 Kegels. And it's very important for both men and women to have a strong pelvic floor. So if you've ever had, women, if you've ever had to cross your legs when you're laughing really hard or when you have to sneeze, that's an indication that your pelvic floor is starting to weaken. If you've had multiple babies, that's also a sign that your pelvic floor is weakened. So if you need vaginal tightening or you're experiencing mild urinary incontinence, this will help you to strengthen that pelvic floor. Men, you guys also need to have a strong pelvic floor for two main reasons. One, urinary incontinence is also an issue for you, and it will help to strengthen that so that you're no longer having those experiences, especially if you've ever had to go through and have your prostate removed. That's one of the negative side effects to having that particular procedure happen. But also, in order for you to have a strong erection, you need to have a strong pelvic floor. So this will definitely help both men and women in the bedroom. The other device that we utilize on a regular basis here in our clinic is, it's called the CryoWave. It's a thermal shock therapy, and it goes from hot to cold to hot, typically. And what it's doing is it's helping to freeze and kill off your adipose tissue. It helps to tighten up your skin, and it can also be utilized for pain management and cryofacials. So on average, we sell packages of minimum of 6 sessions, and it takes about 3 before you start to see the inch loss, but it's a phenomenal device, and it really does help to kickstart your weight loss goals. The very last device that I forgot to mention that works on the brain is called Brain Tap, and I like to combine it typically with your Balancer Pro session, and that's going to be binaural beats and isometric tones with guided meditation. So it really helps to work at some of the underlying issues that might be going on. So if you've got PTSD, or if you're dealing with food cravings, or wanting to quit smoking, this helps you with that as well.